Welcome, everybody, to Doing Business with a Servant's Heart. I am fired up today to have my guest, Marco Torres, who's the co-founder of marketingboost.com. Welcome to the show, Marco.
Thank you for having me, Steve. I look forward to our chat here today.
We all know marketing is important. Why did you get into marketing?
Well, I've been in the marketing and travel space actually since 1993. So again, I've been on the internet marketer since 1986. So I'm a very early adapter, watched the entire evolution of growth of the internet and started dabbling with adding incentives. And that's where we ended up today with a business that we serve business owners around the world with travel incentives to help them grow their business.
That's fantastic. You said travel. So I'm assuming you got affected by Mr. COVID.
Well, did we ever? Yeah, we've been affected by that, but it's turned around since mid 2021 when everybody started to be over all the lockdowns and everybody was getting we all were getting the vaccine. Everything was starting to pace out. The travel demand is I've never seen it like that. I call it revenge travel. So there's really never been a better time to add the incentives that we'll talk about here tonight. But the idea being that, we were back full blown. It's never seen as many of these incentives being used, activated as revenge travel. People are desperate to get out of their homes now and go somewhere.
That's fantastic. Now, what challenge, because everybody that's listening to this, probably a business owner, what challenge did you overcome to get past COVID to be where you are today?
Well, what we developed was a way for business owners to stand out from the crowd and have something different, to have what I called surprise, wild surprise and delight factor, so that you can stand out from the crowd. What is your adult happy meal like McDonald's? What are you doing to take people's eye off of the price and focus on the prize, which is whatever your product and service is, by adding more value versus discounting, which is what we teach. And with our product, not to be biased here, but what we promote is our travel incentives and teach business owners how to add these. And it works with nearly any industry. We haven't seen one yet that hasn't had some improvement to their business volume by having these incentives to use in a myriad of ways, which we can talk about.
Yeah, and it's, this is about serving. I love the word value. You didn't say dollars, you didn't say money, you said value. Key word on is remember that he said that. So in regards to companies, do you bring companies into your program to help market them?
We don't. We're not an agency. We
Okay.
don't. So we don't, get hands-on and help
Gotcha.
them. But we do have one of our upgrade products is a funnel builder platform and a whole CRM system where we provide templates for every industry niche with the examples of adding our travel incentives into their workflow, into their sales funnel flow. So we make it easy for them to visualize, well, how would I use it in my industry niche? How would I add it? I'm not in the travel business. So how would I, for example, if I was an insurance agent, how would I use travel with the insurance industry to acquire more leads or what have you? And we have all of these templates and we definitely show people how to do it, but we don't do it for them. We don't charge an agency fee.
Yeah.
Do their marketing for them.
So that's fantastic. So I'm a realtor. I want to grow my business. I would assume realtor would be fantastic.
Absolutely, yes.
And they can give incentives out for people to be buyers or sellers with them through your program.
Absolutely. Now, there's obviously restrictions in some industries, like the real estate industry, like the insurance industry, and they have to be careful at how they use incentives to incentivize a transaction, for example. But they can use it for lead generation. They can use them at open houses. They can use it when people are visiting the open house to make sure they're getting accurate sign-up information. They want to get a real email, a real phone number, and then they can contact them later and say, by the way, congratulations, you won a $200 hotel savings card or what have you. So I can jump into it. I tell what the three categories of incentives
let's go for it.
We offer three categories of incentives. One being complimentary hotel stays at over 130 destinations around the world, from 3 to 7 night stays, where the business owner, Marketing Boost, pays a flat subscription fee, which is nearly nothing. It's only $37 a month. But it allows them to give away an unlimited amount of these travel incentives to clients or the prospects or their lead generation programs or loyalty programs or what have you. And then we have hotel savings cards that come in increments of $1, $2, $3, and $500. And they are like a gift card, but they don't pay for the entire hotel stay. They offer a discount compared to the Expedias of the world. And then we have restaurant saving vouchers that are good at about 100,000 restaurants throughout the USA and Canada. And we teach our business owners how to use these different incentives, even the smaller ones, like $100 hotel savings card, as what I call a micro incentive for a micro call to action. So you don't want to give away 5 nights in Cancun to join your email newsletter list. It just sounds too good to be true, and it sounds a bit ridiculous. But you might use a $200 hotel savings card to encourage you to book a no obligation Zoom call. And maybe all your reminder messages are going to remind them, hey, show up on time for the Zoom call, and I'll reward you with a $200 hotel savings card just for being on time. So you can kill two birds with one stone here. One, get more appointments. Two, get more shows for yourself or your sales team. So there's just a couple of examples of how these incentives can be used in thousands of different ways to acquire clients.
Yeah. And I love it's because there's Rakuten, I want to say companies, cashback companies, incentives are all over, been around. But you have a system, because I work with a lot of companies that would go, hey, you refer me a client, I'm going to send you to a restaurant, just say generic restaurant. So they're going to just, hey, thank you for that referral, because I believe in referral marketing. This is a powerful tool for that, right?
It's a powerful, powerful tool, and it's the most affordable platform on the market for it, because a lot of the incentives like you're referring to cost hard dollars. I mean, you give somebody a restaurant voucher, for $100 gift card, or even a $10 Starbucks gift card to show up for a Zoom call, for example, or to join your webinar. That's a hard $10 cost you're going to have. You're doing that by hundreds of people, that adds up. And with our program, there's a flat subscription fee that's only $37 a month, like I said, and then you're going to give away many of them, all of the 3 different categories, so that there's no cost to you. Now, to the consumer, there's one major disclaimer. The most popular that we have, of course, is the complimentary hotel stays. And the first question comes to mind is, that's how it's true. So cover a couple of things. There's no timeshare or anything like that. No
Good.
hoops to jump through, no phone calls to make to use it. It's an online platform, etc. But there are 3 disclaimers that we teach our members to tell the client. 1, airfare is not included. Food and beverage is not included. And the government taxes and fees are not included. So I'm going to give you a complimentary hotel stay, but you're on the hook for your own personal expenses like airfare, food and beverage, and government taxes. And then with that disclosure, it makes sense to people. And then we again show people how to position all that with their offer, their call to action, stand out from the crowd, etc.
Yeah, I'm going to put a call to action to you, audience. Reach out to Marco. His information is going to be in this podcast notes. This is something you need to learn. Your business, a small business, here's the way to go. Let's give our audience a little business tip. What's one of your favorite books that you've read that's helped you grow to where you are today?
Well, first book my dad had me read when I was very young was How to Win Friends and Influence People by Napoleon Hill. And it's made a major impact in my life because, I've learned to be in sales since a very young age. And really that's when it all came about. Sales is a matter of learning to listen. And then, of course, the whole Zig Ziglar series back then. I'm old school. So it's still,
I'm with you.
so Zig Ziglar series, the whole concept of help other people get what they want out of life, and you'll get what you want out of life. And that's been my mantra for my entire life is if I can help enough other people get what they need, I'll end up with what I want in life. And that's how we serve today thousands of business owners around the world with these tools. It's not a magic bullet to save your business, but if you have a successful business, if you have something that people already like and trust you and purchase from you, adding these are our incentive tools to some of your calls to action, either full-blown marketing campaigns or even just occasionally for loyalty programs or sweepstakes, contests, lead gens. We, trade shows, we have people use these at trade shows to stand out from the crowd and generate, contact information and so on. So we help and serve thousands of business owners. I'm very proud of the fact that we've helped many really scale their business to huge amount of additional revenue.
I'm loving what you're saying, and I'm being sold. And you mentioned Napoleon Hill. His number one habit is contacting people for business. And what does Marco do? He helps you contact more people, because when you incentivize a customer or a prospect, they're going to be excited. And guess what? You're going to tell their family or friend.
Right.
That is way cool. I love that, because a lot of people don't realize the most successful people contact more people.
Absolutely.
And if you have a system doing it for you, that's fantastic. Well, I want to thank you for being on the show. This has been fantastic. I want to learn more. Audience, again, reach out to this guy, Marco. I've just met him, but you can tell he's a servant. He wants to serve his clients, customers, and even prospects. But let's leave the audience with one of your favorite business personal tips that's got you where you are today that you want to share with the audience to help them.
Well, that's a great question. And I would say that the way our business, this entire business came about was a kind of by accident. We would, in another travel business that we had, and this is the tip everybody could take away and use instantly. We were trying to build more testimonials. We wanted video reviewers. We were selling travel. So we wanted our clients to brag about the hotel they went to, brag about our brand. And we would leverage those videos into, our ad campaigns and more sales, et cetera. But we couldn't get anybody to go that extra mile of filming a video review. So we thought, well, let's give them a bonus trip. And that's kind of how this started. So we'll say, look, if you go the extra mile, but here's the key to takeaway. We would do a survey. And here's the message I have for everybody. Do a survey when you think you expect your client to be at their peak of happiness. And in our case, it was the day after check-in. So after they check in, we'd send them a message saying, hey, how's the hotel living up to your expectations? How's our service been so far? And if they we'd ask them, score us between 1 and 5. If they gave us a 4 or 5, we would send automation messages saying, wonderful, we're glad you're having a great time. Would you do us a huge favor and help spread the word about our brand and the hotel you're staying at? And if you do, we'll reward you with this bonus trip. And man, we started generating hundreds of video reviews. And then we had a problem with paying for these rooms you were giving away. And what we did was we reached out to our hotel partners and solved the problem. It's a long story. Yeah, I don't have time to cover on this show. But the message to anybody listening is you always need more reviews. You always need testimonials. And you should set up a survey process so that you can only solicit the reviews from your evangelists for your brand. And if they did give us back, for example, if they gave me a 1, 2, or 3 for some reason, well, we needed to know that. So we could jump all over it, try to fix it, solve the problem for the client. And if not, maybe remove that hotel from our list or whatever it was. But we weren't asking those people to write us a review. So we were controlling our online reputation and allowing our clients to vet with us if they weren't happy. And if they were super happy, we're getting them to help us spread the word. And that's my tip of the day. It's a simple, to create a survey process to solicit reviews and generate consistent, ongoing. The other thing we would do, Mikey, this is really cool, is we would throttle where we wanted them to post the reviews. So we would ask some of them post on Trustpilot, SiteJabber, others on social, on Shopper Approved, others on Google My Business, others on Facebook. And by having all these reviews coming in to different third-party review sites, Google has no choice but to start pumping me up to the top when people are doing any kind of search. So that's my tip of the day for business owners out there. Survey your clients, and based on your responses, send them a request to do some review and testimonials for you.